Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Papa Bale and welcome to the channel. We're looking at my pulse motor. Currently we're looking at 4 drive coils and 1 coil that I just haven't removed yet. So we're just looking at 4 drive coils. We're looking at a double switch. Okay, this switch is connected directly to the power supply. Okay, and it is, in my opinion, it only really works when we need to turn it on. When the power supply is turned on, then having this go like that is necessary. Right there we're having this one pulse at its like farthest point from the rotor, because all we need to do is have it make contact, because it's at the end of the flyback circuit. So it'll pulse through all the coils and get to the end, but it won't reconnect until the switch hits. Brilliant. I think that's awesome, because it won't function until the switch hits. And then if it has to be grounded, none of it will function unless this switch hits. So the double switch, let's turn it on. It's been going for a while, so I think it works. I think because of the placement of the switches, they don't have to be working synchronously. So it's like this one's for the drive and this one's for the excess. Wow, look at that vibration. That's awesome. But to complete the circuit and get the flyback through the loop, you have to go through this switch, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, the arcing from the big switch over there, that is the one connected to the power supply. This one is not connected directly to the power supply. I'm not sure whether that really matters. I'm going to jack it all the way up. Oh, that's awesome. Now we're going to reduce it, and it's going to work better. Let's go to 17.5. Well, let's go all the way down to 15. 15.2. Yeah, I think having the switch on the end there does regulate stuff quite a bit. I do have a transistor involved with this as well. One of these type right here. You know, it can handle quite a bit. Now I have a project that I want to get started. I'm going to take a wire from each coil, hook them together in a series circuit, and then hook them up to the multimeter and see how much voltage these 4 coils can generate in a strand. Look, we're getting arcing at 15 volts, which is pretty cool. It's very little though, it's like very little. Got 0.2 amps, 0.1 amps, not very many amps. And we're pretty far out from the rotor here. Let's see what happens when we move in a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the power. 15 is 0.7 amps when I moved up the switch. Have them both riding the very edge so as to not interfere with the rotation. Well, just to do it as little as possible. It's going to happen, but or they wouldn't move at all. Without that interaction, there's no motion. Interaction is loss. Even when you have a gain of some kind, you lose something, you definitely have a loss. So like, there's always something that you're giving up or that's being changed that isn't the same on the other end of the equation. It's always there. But, originally, I don't know. It's hard to say. It was something, it came out something else. So, right now, we've got the two switches working in tandem. This one, I believe, could always be on. That's why I glued it to the table at a proper distance. This one, I don't know. I've ran it pretty far for a long time without power, with this one totally tucked to the side, which means that wouldn't be more of the magnetic bearings that would have made it coast for that long. And these bearings are virtually like dead center, the whole dead center. I mean, when I lift it up and put it on, it barely touches the side. If I didn't want it to touch the side, it wouldn't have to on either bearing. One on the top, one on the bottom. That's what I mean. They're like, it's a very low ratio. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it's very hard to get that. It's not easy. I mean, you should be able to get it every time, granted. But I've had a lot of trouble getting it. But I'm loving this dual switch thing, and I think the transistor is working. And I think they're all working in tandem, so that's 3. 2 switches and a transistor. Way to go, way to go. I think it's great. We're going to check it out a little bit later. But for right now, peace out. Have a good night. Please subscribe. Bye now.